Well. The Giants have fallen so far that now we have to talk about Tommy DeVito being better than Daniel Jones. Isn't that crazy what we were thinking about going into the season, man? But before I dive into that, man, long time no see. The Giants just got off of their bye week. A whole week without Giants football is just weird. And granted, we don't have the best team in the league and we don't have a good team. But even without that, without having a game, Giants football is always missed. So I'm glad to be back with you guys, man. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. Road to 10K. So active, man. Like the video. We're on this crazy last run where surprisingly, and this will be addressed in another video, the Giants either might be in the playoffs or might be picking top 6. That's where we're at with this team right now. We'll be talking about that in another video. But this video is going to be talking about Tommy DeVito over Daniel Jones because guess what? Tommy DeVito has won over the fans. Now, I do think we're also a little bit drunk with the mediocrity that we've had for this team this season, with the bad quarterback play that we had this season, that now we see any type of decent quarterback play, we're in love with it. He got the whole New York on a chokehold with this. The whole league is going around with it. I got people coming up to me at work talking about, hey, what about Devito? And I'm like, man, he knows how to market himself and it's all working. And granted, I'm not here to hate. I'm not hating my guy, Tommy DeVito. I'm not doing any of that. I love to see him play that way. I love to see our team winning. I don't care who's at quarterback. As long as we win, I'm happy with it. But now, Tommy DeVito being labeled better than Daniel Jones is kind of just like, dang, man, this is just how far we've gotten. And who would have thought after we gave Daniel Jones that big contract, now we're over here putting our hands up, excited about Tommy DeVito. And once again, if you're one of those people that are excited about Tommy DeVito, I'm not hating on you guys, and I'm not hating on Tommy DeVito. That's just what I want to make it clear. But now let's look into Tommy DeVito, what he's done so far, and what he's done this season, and maybe what he's going to do for the future. Who knows? Tommy DeVito right now is throwing for 697 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. His quarterback rating happens to be a 92.4 as well. And let's dive into the games, right? Keep in mind, Tommy DeVito, the last 2 games, has been playing exceptionally well. I'll give him that. He's been playing really good. Going against teams like the Patriots and the Commanders, that does help. It helps with everything. 1, we always own the Commanders. And 2, the Patriots are tanking, like actively tanking. I watched that game. You can watch my video on that after I watched the game. Mac Jones playing was them taking overall. We won that game 10-7. Like, it was an abysmal game. And this is coming a day after they just lost 6-0. An NFL game just finished 6-0 against the Chargers. Justin Herbert's a fraud, by the way. I have him on my fantasy team, so I hold him to a different standard. But Tommy DeVito so far has looked good, man. I'll be honest, those last 2 games. Now, if anything, it makes me more upset about what could have happened earlier in the season. And I know it wasn't that far ago, so we can think about it and go back to it. The Giants are playing the Jets. Defense was dominating the Jets. Tyrod Taylor gets hurt. Tommy DeVito comes in, and we don't even attempt a single pass in the whole game, pretty much. We go into overtime. He attempts some throws, and it's pretty much just dump offs to Saquon. Tommy DeVito didn't even get a chance to throw. And now seeing this guy throw for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns in a game. 3 passing touchdowns in a game, by the way, hasn't been recorded since Daniel Jones did it in his rookie season. So talk about a regression. Talk about how bad quarterback play we've gotten because, guys throw 3 touchdowns in a game kind of like normal in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to different quarterbacks, when it comes to quarterbacks around the league, 3 touchdowns is a normal. Shoot, we just seen the Dolphins. The Dolphins average around like 30 points a game. 3 touchdowns from Tua is coming no matter what. Now, Daniel Jones hasn't been able to do that. And Daniel Jones this year has looked terrible. And probably terrible is an understatement. Daniel Jones on the season is 909 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a 70.5 quarterback rating. 2 touchdowns right there says it all. We talked about it last year. He looked good. We thought he looked good. We said he looked good. And the touchdown numbers were alarming. But guess what? I just cared if we won. We talked about it. If we're winning games, who cares what his stats are as long as we get the games and we win them. This year, we aren't winning games, and he's not throwing for passing touchdowns. The same thing that happened that last year. Now, the quality of opponents has to be notified. We have to talk about this. We knew that this part of our schedule was easily the worst part of our schedule. Granted, we thought we were the worst team in the league, and clearly we're not because, Teams like the Commanders, teams like the Patriots, those are just dumpster fires. We're alongside with them, but I just thought we were below every single person in this league. I'm going to be honest. But knowing what Daniel Jones went up against, he went against the 49ers, went up against the Cowboys, went up against teams like the Dolphins. There's good quality opponents in there. Teams that have a strong defense, teams that know how to get after it. And this offensive line is not fixed. Let me be honest. Let me be real. This offensive line is not fixed. But if you don't think Andrew Thomas being in the lineup helps every single person on that line, including the quarterback, Daniel Jones didn't have that. He didn't have that ever since the first game, and he got hurt early on in the first game, Andrew Thomas, so he never was the same. So having a lockdown left tackle, we know that helps the team. He's playing on a sprained MCL right now, and he's still doing his thing. Shout out to Andrew Thomas, by the way. But Tommy DeVito having that, of course, helps him out, and of course gives him a lot more time to be able to throw the ball. Now, this is the argument that I will say Tommy DeVito has looked way better than Daniel Jones at this. He actually throws the ball. And for people who haven't watched Giants games, Daniel Jones, for some reason this year, has not been pulling the trigger. There's guys open deep, there's guys open right when they break, and Daniel Jones is not delivering the ball for some odd reason. Granted, the offensive line is not the greatest. He's running for his life. But please, just throw the ball. Attempt to throw. We got Tommy DeVito over here letting guys up in a cover 2 scheme, putting it right in between the safety and the corner on the boundary. Daniel Jones hasn't done that. He hasn't. These last 2 seasons, he has not done that. For some reason, he likes throwing his little slants, he likes throwing his check downs, and he likes throwing 10-yard curls. But outside of that, when there's hole shots to be taken, Daniel Jones doesn't throw them. Tommy DeVito has. Tommy DeVito has given his guys a chance to go get the ball. Daniel Jones has not. Once again, maybe the scheme changed a bit. Maybe they're allowing Tommy DeVito to do more of that. All I know is Tommy DeVito is capitalizing and Daniel Jones is not. There's no secret there. So for the people that are saying, you know, Tommy DeVito can never live up to what Daniel Jones can do, that's a sign where I'm just like, hey, maybe Tommy DeVito is going out there and saying, why not? Why not attempt to throw the ball? Why not try to make whatever I can make out of this? And why not just take advantage of the opportunity that I have here? Tommy DeVito was an undrafted quarterback coming out of college. Undrafted. We picked him up in the preseason. He stayed in New York. He's from the area. He got this going on. He got his family behind him. Everyone's behind him right now. And he's playing with confidence. And sadly, I just feel like that's something we haven't seen out of Daniel Jones since last year. He never looked confident this year. I said it early on. I said it after week 1. I said it after week 2. It looks like he's seeing ghosts and he's looking scared. Now, you know, people are going to be upset. People are going to be mad. The contract, all these different things. But we can be honest, he wasn't set up for success. And it sucks because at this point, I want a quarterback that's not set up for success and is going to make stuff work. Guys like CJ Stroud, you want a guy like that on your team. Tommy DeVito, is he the answer? I don't think so. But let's enjoy this wave. Let's enjoy this high. Let's continue to enjoy Tommy DeVito for what he got going on. Because guess what? If he wins 2 more games, shoot, we might be clamoring for a playoff run. And I'm not even kidding when I say that. We're facing teams like the Packers and the Saints. The Packers did win their game yesterday against the Chiefs. That was surprising. The Saints have looked decent at times. Quarterback just got hurt. They're up and down. But these are 2 of the teams that are ahead of us and in the hunt for the playoffs. If the Giants somehow, some way manage to win both of those games, it's crazy to say that we might be talking about the playoffs. It's crazy to think that. I'm not going there, but I will say I would be lying if I didn't want my team to go out there and win. That's the whole point. That's what we've been talking about with this whole tanking thing. Tanking does not work, y'all. Tanking does not work. It doesn't help with the morale. It doesn't help with any of those things. Yeah, maybe you want to lose games to go get a quarterback, but try telling the 45 guys that are on the roster, the active roster trying to play, try telling those guys that, hey, go out there and lose and let's get a quarterback. But now I'm ranting, man. You guys let me know what y'all think down below, man. Road to 10K still acting, man. Comment down below your thoughts and like the video. Is Tommy DeVito the answer? Some people are saying that. I want you to let me know that down in the comments, man. I got more content coming soon, man. If you haven't seen my other videos, I got more videos right here. I will catch y'all on the next one. Let's go, Big Blue.